Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at my Game Week 14 review and Game Week 15 preview. Now, if you didn't see on Twitter, basically I had to take a -8 in the end because I couldn't actually field 11 players if I didn't do it. So a -8, didn't want to do it, but injuries forced me to. So let's just get into it. Wasn't a brilliant game week, but X's period it's going to be just lots of varying game weeks. So let's just get into it. So we start with the defence. They had a pretty dismal run out this weekend. Pope failed to keep out Crystal Palace. Was a bit disappointing. Thought they might have done it, but Burnley, I think it was 2 shots that Palace had. They scored them both, so it was one of those days. Aurier looks brilliant going forward. Even could have got himself a goal if Saka didn't take it, but Spurs conceded 2 late goals. Frustrating. The clean sheet went. Sionchu, Everton, wouldn't think they would have scored. They did, but sometimes that's the way it goes. And Lundstrom again, holding a clean sheet until Wolves took it. So it's a shame, but in other weeks they could score points. Onto the midfield, De Bruyne and Son, the 2 highlights of the midfield. De Bruyne's got an absolute worldie against Newcastle, and I was very happy. He got all bonus points as well. Lovely 10 points. Son, I wish I picked Ali now. It looks rejuvenated under Mourinho, but Son still returned 2 assists, so and got I think 2 bonus points, so 10 points. Can't run with that. Maddison should have definitely scored a goal from Vardy's cross ball, which went straight to Pickford. Either side of the keeper would have gone in. Pulisic, he had a couple of opportunities, but I think without Abraham they were lacking. But with Lampard's comments, obviously Abraham, we don't know if he's going to be ready for the next game. Pulisic apparently can play up front, and he did play up front for a little bit of that game. So the fact that Giroud failed, and clearly Batshuayi isn't favoured, perhaps Pulisic will start up top, which could be great for his FPL potential. Mane blanked against. It was a poor performance by Liverpool. Obviously Van Dijk and Trent returned points. I didn't own either of them, but only 2 points for Mane. Him and Salah weren't great that game. But again, Mane's been pretty decent recently, so I'll let him off on this one. But I'm happy that we have one City, one Liverpool, because they're not performing the way they should be at the moment. And Vardy, he continues to do the business. Got another goal. Sadly, just fell out of the bonus points. After Iheanacho came on and did an absolute madness for Leicester. Goal and assist, getting all 3 bonus points. So Vardy sadly misses out, but still 12 points, another captain return. I'm very happy with it. And yeah, Connolly had to play him over Abraham because Abraham was injured. Got 2 points. To be honest, since I've had him, Connolly's done absolutely nothing. I know he's bench fodder, but it still would be quite nice to get a return here and there. But for 4.6 million, you can't really complain. He's playing some minutes for Brighton. But rotation risk over Christmas is making me rethink him. So a rather poor week with 38 points with the minus taken into account to put me up to 753 points. The average was 51, so I was below the average, and hence the red arrow down to 860k. It's a bit of a shame. You had 3 consecutive green arrows, so it wasn't great with that. But the Christmas period is such a difficult period, so you'll have weeks where you'll do really bad and weeks where you do really well because obviously people get rotated, benched. So for me, wasn't a great week, but any other weeks I think the players that I have will do well, so I've got to stick with them. But let's talk about my transfers as well, because obviously you can see my bench is really injured at the moment. So let's just have a look at my transfers. So here's my one free transfer. I've decided to go Connolly to Muse. Now I've been discussing with lots of FPL YouTubers, lots of FPL discussion, and on Twitter as well, FPL Rubber Ducky, about what I should be doing. And I feel like with Abraham, he might play, he might not, but I'm going to take the risk in thinking he doesn't play to bring in Muse. Newcastle at home looks like a great fixture for Sheffield. They're playing really well at the moment. And Connolly, I think, with the likes of Morpay, Glenn Murray, I could see Connolly getting rotated these next couple of game weeks. So Muse is my transfer in. Just means that I don't think Abraham's going to play. So I'm going to bench Abraham, even if he does play. Who knows? But I think Muse, in the form that he's in at the moment, I think 7 returns in the last 7 game weeks. It's brilliant. He's undroppable at the moment. You can't bench him, I don't think. So he's my transfer in. And then obviously the next couple of game weeks we'll be looking at getting some of those defenders out with some cheap bench fodder options that are going to play. That's next on my priority list. But with that being said and the transfer done, let's have a look at how my team is lining up for next game week. So the defence is exactly the same. Pope with a tricky game against City. I don't think he's going to keep the clean sheet there. Hopefully some save points. I was looking at shipping them out, but to be honest, I think the value of keepers and shipping them out, it's just not worth it, I don't think. So I'm going to stick with him probably for the season, unless he gets injured, or there's another keeper that's really showing good potential. Aurier, United away. Usually in past seasons this would be a difficult fixture, but I think with Brandon Williams at left back, Aurier can definitely exploit that. Hopefully get some tackles. I'm not expecting a clean sheet because Rashford's doing really well at the moment. Soyuncu, Watford at home, should be a clean sheet there. Watford have just sacked Kike Sanchez-Flores, so I think there's got to be a clean sheet there. He might get a goal as well. And Lundstram, Newcastle at home, great fixture on paper. Hopefully the main lord can return some more points. The midfield again is exactly the same. De Bruyne, Burnley away, looks like a good fixture, and I think he's the main man for City at the moment. I'm expecting him to get some returns there. Mane, Everton at home. It's been a lower scoring game in recent seasons, so I'm not expecting Mane to get any points here, but you never know. Obviously, I've got no alternative, but I feel like he can do something hopefully in this game, but I'm not expecting it. I think Everton, they might show up, they might not. They're doing it against Leicester, so we'll just find out. Maddison, Watford at home again, good fixture paper. Still waiting for a return from him, but he's been showing good signs. He should have had that one for the penalty mishap last week. Should have got it, but I'll stay patient with him. Son, United away. Spurs looking good. United a bit shaky. I think Son will have some fun against them. And Pulisic, Vida at home. If he gets that striker role, then we could be looking at some good points here. And if Abraham's back as well, that could really boost his potential. But I don't think he will for this game. But Vida at home, they don't keep many clean sheets, so hopefully Pulisic can get some points for us. And up front, it's Vardy and the new man Muse. With Abraham is on the bench. There's a good thing with Muse as well for the long run is that with him now in the team, I have a striker or a player that's I know is going to be playing and returning points, and particularly for game week 18 when Liverpool aren't playing. So that means I can bench Mane and play Muse, move to a 3-4-3, and it'd be a solid team, a solid lineup. So I'm happy with that. That's a good thing to get done. And then obviously I'll move the defenders out in the future. But Abraham should be back, if not this game week, the next one. But I think I'm going to stick and bench him. I'm just going to bench him. Muse's in great form, so he might as well. So the captaincy, it's on Vardy again. I can't fault the man, He keeps returning for me every time I've captained him, so I'm sticking with him. I have to say, I'm considering a triple captain this week. His record against Watford is unreal. And Watford, in a complete disarray at the moment. Defensive, injuries, it's tempting. It is very tempting. I feel like I probably won't because I prefer to captain or triple captain in double game weeks. But again, check out the Twitter, Captain FPL1, to see if there's any changes. I've put Son as the vice captain, bit of a switch up, because I don't think Mane is going to score any points for me in comparison with Son. So yeah, that's the team. I hope you guys enjoyed. And obviously make sure the deadline is Tuesday. Big fixture turnaround, midweek games. I love this time of the year. Get on it, lads. And yeah, FPL responsibly, all that good stuff. I'll catch you in the next video.